So, ladies and gentlemen, to begin the afternoon's proceedings, would you now please welcome to the stage the new Chairman of the British Security Industries Association, Mr. Geoff Zeidler.
Lords, ladies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as the newly elected Chairman of the BSIA, I'm delighted to welcome you all to this year's annual luncheon, which provides us with an ideal opportunity to reflect on the successes of the past year, whilst also allowing me to share with you my vision for what I hope the BSIA can achieve during the coming years of my chairmanship. Firstly, though, I would like to acknowledge the tremendous contribution that has been made by my predecessor and the outgoing chairman, Julie Kennedy, whose energy, commitment to our industry, and a very forthright determination to get things done have produced many outstanding achievements through her tenure, not least the constitutional reform project, which I will touch on further in my formal address later on in the day. In the meantime, I would like to take this opportunity to extend my thanks to all of today's sponsors for making this event possible. Camberford Law, King's Security Systems, Pyronics, Security Plus, Cobia and Contract Security Services. Engagement with and support from our members is vital to the ongoing success of our organisation, and I'm pleased to be joined today by so many of our members and their customers as we gather today to celebrate the achievements of the past year. First, let me start by thanking our guest of honour and keynote speaker, Baroness Helen Newlove, for joining us today and providing a very moving and personal reminder to us all of the important role that our industry can play in delivering a safer, healthier and happier community and protecting the public. I think Lady Newlove's inspiring speech reinforced the human element that lies at the heart of our work, and I'm sure you'll all agree that her tireless campaign in the interests of her cause is an inspiration to us all as we strive towards the development of products, services, and our people that ultimately aim to make the UK a safer place to live, work, and do business. Most of all, I think she provides not just words, but an active route to get involved, and I sincerely hope that many of you will be visiting her fairly soon afterwards with your ideas. In this, my first address to you as Chairman of the British Security Industry Association, I'm pleased to have so much to reflect on as we look back over the past 12 months. From influencing the future of industry regulation to engaging with the government on the issue of police reform, we've certainly been busy. And I'm looking forward to working with all of our members over the coming 2 years to maintain this momentum and drive further progress. Of course, the many achievements of the past couple of years are the result of strong, forthright leadership from my predecessor, Julie Kennedy, supported by her Vice Chairman, Stuart Loudon, and the BSIA's Chief Executive, James Kelly. Under Stuart Loudon's chairmanship, the BSIA changed its CEO and started a challenging programme of restructuring to improve the capability of the association to serve its member under the new Chief Executive. And in the past 2 years, Julie Kennedy has driven this even further, spearheading the association's constitutional reform group to devise a new set of governance arrangements that wholeheartedly embrace the BSIA's vision to become fit for purpose, flexible and representative, ready for the challenges of the 21st century. I'd like to offer my formal thanks to both Julie and Stuart for their visionary leadership and for leaving a lasting legacy of an effective organisation that I will work hard to build on. In that vein, I would like to just take a moment to clarify my own objectives for my tenure as the BSIA Chairman. Working with the association's leaders, staff and members, I intend to make sure that in a changing regulatory and market environment, there is absolute clarity of the long-term direction of the BSIA, most particularly to reinforce and demonstrate to both existing and potential members the tangible benefits and commercial advantage that membership of the BSI offers to all its active participants. The aim of this is to enhance the BSIA's reputation and voice in the market at a time of change, as well as to drive growth in a membership that considers their involvement in the BSIA a critical part of their success. The results of a recent members' survey show that membership is of greatest benefit to those who get involved. So I would urge you all to participate in the association's committees, campaigns and activities over the coming year. However, we also have to understand what the BSIA needs to do to make these activities of greater relevance, value, or just more accessible to those who are not currently involved. As an organisation, the BSIA is doing a tremendous amount for members, from lobbying London boroughs on PCN notices for CBIT, to harmonising standards to reduce certification costs across Europe, to the availability to all members of David Evans as possibly the most knowledgeable and connected independent expert on the Olympics, to the development of new sections for activities such as training, and all this supported by an industry-leading communications programme. I, for one, will look forward to working alongside you all to find out how to ensure that these efforts are all targeted to have the most impact and benefit to you all. I also look forward to your engagement to ensure that the BSIA understands your needs and so remains relevant, representative, and effective for all members. Of course, it's not just within the association that change has been apparent. Regulatory change continues to develop at a pace, and the BSIA has remained at the heart of the planning process, particularly through James's role at the head of the Security Regulation Alliance, a single-issue body formed to unite the industry in meeting the future challenges and the new era of regulation and licensing. The changes provide the opportunity for the impact of deregulation to enhance the scale of the market, competitiveness, and enable the BSIA to play an even more important role in the industry in the future. New challenges have also arisen as a result of economic austerity and changing legislation. In these tough economic times, I'm sure you will all agree that we're all under pressure to demonstrate return on investment to our company boards as well as our customers, and to achieve true value from our expenditure. And I think it's fair to say that our counterparts in the public sector are feeling this pressure even more acutely. Police forces across the country are beginning to explore different approaches to delivering a critical public service. And in recent months, many have engaged with the private sector to investigate innovative ways of partnering to save cost and enhance service without compromise to their responsibilities for core policing. Of course, the private security industry's ability to provide assistance to police forces by performing back office and support functions is well understood. And the Association's Police and Public Services section have established a series of round-table meetings with the Houses of Parliament to discover and discuss the proven benefits of such partnership, working with a number of key parliamentarians from all aspects of the political spectrum. This has helped the BSIA and its participating members highlight the opportunities that lie ahead for our industry as elected police and crime commissioners approach the issue, if they do so with an open mind. It's impossible to talk about forthcoming challenges without making mention of the London 2012 Olympic and Paralympic Games. While this represents a significant long-term opportunity for our industry, it also brings with it a reputational challenge. And our industry is already firmly in the spotlight following the Jubilee celebrations, which took place across the country, with a particular focus on London, earlier this month. As a precursor to the Olympics, the Jubilee was a very real test of our industry's capability, and one that received significant scrutiny by media and critics. In the months to come, the whole world's attention will be focused on the Olympic security, and we must all work hard together to ensure that the reputation of our industry is upheld, whilst taking full advantage of the opportunities this is bringing to showcase our wide range of talent and innovation. Recognising and rewarding such talent is at the focus of today's proceedings, and I'm inspired by the stories of many of the winners of the 2012 Security Personnel, Apprentice Installer and CVIT Special Awards. Before we move on to the presentation of the final awards of the day, my personally chosen Chairman's Awards, I would like to end by thanking you all for your continued commitment to the BSIA and to our industry as a whole. Only with our members' support can we continue to make our organisation a credible, independent voice representing each member company, whether large, corporate or SME, to the widest range of stakeholders as possible. I'm sure that I'll come into contact with many of you as I progress through my chairmanship, and I look forward to providing you with support, representation and guidance as we move forward into what surely will be another exciting year. Thank you very much.